Echo 6 to Moose. Moose, come in. The target is now in sight. Time to initiate code Share the Bounty. Hi, I'm Alan Smith. I love to grow things. Well, just about anything as a matter of fact, but particularly things that are edible. There's nothing top secret about enjoying the fruits of your own labor. And what makes it even sweeter is being able to share the bounty with others. Our friends at the Arkansas Hunger Relief Alliance have been following this model for quite some time by creating a program called the Arkansas Gleaning Project. What's gleaning, you might ask? Well, this process dates back to biblical times when farmers, after harvesting their fields, would allow people to come in and glean or collect what might be left before it rotted or was ruined after the harvesting. This, of course, created a source of food for those in need. And the same goes on today with similar projects. And let's face it, it takes care of a lot of food that would otherwise go to waste. And who likes waste?
We encourage, through the Arkansas Gleaning Project, to work with schools and whatnot to come out and help us glean produce. We also work with farmers or growers throughout the state who have excess produce that once they've made their market, it's not necessarily cost-effective for them to continue to harvest what may be in their field.
We're at Weston Hills Farm, picking beets for the hunger.
We have a lot of different partnerships that help us come in and plant and pick. This is Pulaski Heights Elementary School, 5th graders.
This is a way for us to give back and show the kids what their grandparents did, because there's sort of been a disconnect in between here and there.
I think it's just cool to have your own produce that you could eat and just know that, oh, I grew this, and I think that's special.
I like to grow it myself because I like to see how big they can get and stuff.
We suck off the bees. That way they don't rot as bad.
That's what we try to do, is increase access to food, increase the opportunity for low-income families to have fresh produce, and have great programs like the Arkansas Gleaning Project.
After the break, words for birds? We visit with a young student who shares a common passion of mine, waterfowl.
Absolutely love geese. I was just in love with them.
And later, we saddle up to see how one organization is providing therapy to those in need by means of horseback riding. Don't go anywhere. The Heritage Poultry Conservancy recently hosted an essay contest for 4-H'ers statewide. I asked them to tell me why they would like to raise a heritage breed and which breed in particular they would like to raise. Now, my little friend Taylor McKinney of Mount Vernon, Arkansas requested a pair of giant dewlap Toulouse geese. My crew went on the road a few weeks ago to bring Taylor her geese. Let's watch as Taylor receives her geese and tells us her future plans about how she plans to help this breed.
My name is Taylor McKinney, and I am 16. I'm in the Faulkner County 4-H Club, and I submitted an essay to win these Toulouse. I absolutely love geese. I was just in love with them. I have one, her name's JC, and she's a production, and I was wanting to get some dewlap, Toulouse geese, and I saw an opportunity and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to do that. They're beautiful. I mean, the production ones are pretty, but they're just not as eye-catching. My essay is called A Look at Heritage Poultry Breeds, the Giant Dewlap Toulouse Goose. Heritage poultry breeds such as the giant Dewlap Toulouse are important to agriculture nationwide. To do my part in helping to secure the giant Toulouse breed of the goose species, I would like to own and raise my own. After growing up watching Charlotte's Web, I could not help but fall in love with Gussie, the adorable, orrible mother goose. Geese have always had a special place in my heart, and I currently own one female production Toulouse that I named JC. As you can see, I have a passion for raising geese, and I would be honored to be selected to receive a giant Dewlap Toulouse from this fine breeding stock to continue conservation efforts so that future generations will be able to enjoy them as much as I do. Most of the time it's me. My stepdad helps me, my mom helps me, my little sisters help me some. We had to get the goose out of here, which was a little bit unnerving. I didn't know how they were going to react to each other. I was thinking about like picking her up and holding her and then just walking out here and getting as close to the new geese as I could and then letting them go if they weren't hissing or anything and just kind of watching them. Not a lot of people are interested in poultry. I mean, the world we live in today is a lot of technology based, and agriculture is a very important aspect of our world. And poultry specifically is mainly just chicken nuggets. It's a lot more than that, it really is, and I wanted to appreciate that more. I do plan on raising animals for the rest of my life. It's what I do. Lots of people play basketball or sports or something, and I have my animals.
After the break, a unique approach to physical therapy. Stay tuned. The author, John Steinbeck, once said that a man on a horse is not only physically but spiritually bigger than a man on foot. Would you agree with that, Miss Trudy? I think she would. Hearts and Hooves, a therapeutic writing center, shows us how man's other best friend is helping those in need. Come on, Trudy. Come on, girl. Good girl. I can see how this would instill confidence in anyone, no matter the age.
That's right. Any rider, whether they're here or anywhere else, is if you can sit up tall with your shoulders over your hips, over your heels, you're going to start building that core and feel really proud of yourself.
Right. So what's the age range here, Pat?
We have riders from 3 to 73 years old.
3 to 73.
3 to 73. Not only the children that come in, but it's really interesting to see people who maybe have had a stroke or have had some paralysis of some type that grew up on farm life to come here and reconnect and be able to talk about horses.
That's a marvelous thought.
Yes, it gives them purpose again, so it makes it really nice.
My name is Sarah Harmon, and we are at Hearts and Hooves in Sherwood, Arkansas, and we do therapeutic horseback riding here. So we use the power of the horse to improve the lives of people with disabilities. There are a lot of different ways that horses can help people. For instance, if somebody is immobilized in a wheelchair, they can't walk, people can ride a horse and they get a three-dimensional movement of their pelvis that simulates walking.
Tell me about this idea of Hearts and Hooves. How did this idea come about, and when did someone sort of realize that connection from a therapeutic standpoint?
Historically, back in the Roman days, they put their riders on horses to rehabilitate after war. But in modern day, it's been more of, say, the 1950s when there was a lady that was diagnosed with polio, and the doctors told her to go home and get used to her new life. Horse people, you may know, are pretty stubborn, and she says, nope, yes, I'm not going to do that. And so the next thing the doctors knew, she won the silver medal at the Olympics, and they said, how did that happen? And so she talked about the rehabilitative powers of being on the back of a horse, not only for her confidence, but physically. So it spread to North America. Luckily, I found out about it after we started boarding a horse here when it was a boarding facility. My daughter had been diagnosed with epilepsy.
Okay.
She was out here riding a horse in order to keep her weight down because of the medications.
Okay.
One of the other parents came up and looked at me and said, "Man, I wish my daughter could do that." And I didn't understand, and she said, "My daughter has autism." And that was the day that Hearts and Hooves was born.
I see.
Since that time, I can't even tell you how many volunteers that we've had that come in and go through training that help and make connections in here, not just the horse and the rider, but the volunteers as well. All of our staff are certified. They know not only their trade, but they know how to work with people with disabilities and incorporate it. And it's magical. It is truly magical.
After the break, ready to be inspired? We're going to check out a group dedicated to ending childhood hunger. For those of us who grow our own food, we often don't think about the struggle that many have every day globally, and that's hunger. Even here in my home state of Arkansas, 1 in 4 children experience this reality. Sadly, that number will continue to rise if not for the efforts of campaigns such as Arkansas No Kid Hungry, whose efforts to combat hunger for families include providing nutrition-based programs, as well as healthy and affordable food choices that are budget-friendly.
The No Kid Hungry campaign was started in 2010. We work to get more kids and families enrolled in existing nutrition programs. One of our big focuses is getting more kids to participate in the school breakfast program. This is a dinner that we use to help both spread awareness about the problem, about the ways people can partner with us to find solutions, and also to raise money to help us pay for the programs that we're running in places just like Arkansas. We have great champions like Chef Matt Bell, who he actually travels around the country and does work for us in addition to hosting us here at his restaurant South on Main.
As chefs, we're connected to food, and we get to showcase our talents with food while also helping a cause that is really connected to what we do, and that's hunger with kids in school in America. We've really, we're really excited to focus on that fundraising goal and helping hungry kids in Arkansas and really benefiting those summer meal programs that we need to support to help kids get through the summer. We've all come together with the goal of making sure that every kid in the state of Arkansas has an opportunity to be well fed so that they can live up to their potential and really show off their talents.
Yeah, no, looking forward to cooking with all these old friends and raising money for a great cause. It's really, it's really easy to get on board with something like that, and I haven't cooked in Little Rock in almost 5 years, so great to be back.
For us, it's that connection with food. We have it. We're serving food as a luxury, so we want to make sure that everybody in Arkansas has a chance to get healthy food and get the tools they need to get through school and really make an impact on this country.
Hey, who doesn't love tacos? I certainly do. These days they come in a wide range of sizes, flavors, and combinations, and they're only made better by fresh herbs. Our friends at Tacos for Life have a way in which you can help alleviate childhood hunger.
So Tacos for Life is a fast casual restaurant. So we serve tacos, quesadillas, burritos, rice bowls, salads. So there's really something for everybody, not just tacos. It started with the mission instead of with the restaurant. We actually, after we got married, we moved out to Los Angeles and lived there for 2 years. And while we were there, God gripped our hearts when it came to local hunger, just right there in downtown Los Angeles. So at the corner of our street, which was Sunset and PCH, there was a lady there that we met and kind of learned her story. And I think at that moment in our marriage and in our life, hunger changed from a statistic or from something that we'd heard to a person and their story and how it can impact a family's life. And God placed the idea on Austin's heart of what if there was a restaurant concept, kind of built-in fundraising, where it's a sustainable way to feed kids. You know, you're not having to say, hey, please give or please donate. You just say, come grab a really delicious taco, and you're gonna make a difference in a child's life.
So that's the best part about Tacos for Life, that every time you come in and purchase a taco, 22 cents from every single taco that you buy on your plate. So if if you're super hungry and you get 3 tacos, you're actually going to provide 3 meals that could feed 3 different children in a day.
I think the idea of the mission is really what compelled us every day to work hard and to ignore the statistics of how hard the restaurant business is. And we just really pushed hard and tried to figure out, what could we do to create a concept where people can come in and have lunch with their family and tell their kids, hey, I just wanted to let you know you fed 2 kids your own age just by ordering your kids' meal today. So we actually just got back. We went the beginning of May to Swaziland, Africa. So we spent about 10 days there. We were able to meet the kids that actually received the food. We were able to go to their homes and see how the food is literally changing their families' lives, not just their lives, but their parents. By giving them the opportunity they don't have to pay for food. So they're able to worry about clothing or school fees or other things. We were able to talk to some of the moms, and it made coming back into the kitchen a totally different dynamic. So that was a real blessing. Austin and I's favorite and most surprising part of the restaurant business was just people's overwhelming sense of excitement towards the mission and just wanting to get behind it, wanting to not only come in and eat, but how else can we help? What else can we do?
People, they want to be involved with good stuff. They want to be able to do good things. And when you make it easy and you make it part of a daily routine, people get excited about that.
Want to learn more? Visit pallensmith.com for delicious recipes, garden tips, blog posts, and our online store. Well, that's all the time we have for today's show. I'd like to thank those on the show, and for that matter, anyone who's out there involved in fighting global food battles, making connections to our animal friends, and anyone who's extending a hand to those in need. Until next time, I'm Alan Smith. Come on, Trudy, let's go. Come on, Moose. Yeah, okay, and it's fancy. There you go. Oh, shut up. Hashtag, I'll shut up.
They can contact me or Jeremy Adams at the Alliance. It's real easy, 501-399-9999, or look us up on the web, www.arhungeralliance.org. Lots of great information there.
You can go to nokedhungry.org and check out all the campaigns we have. Share Our Strength is the organization that we work with, and No Kid Hungry is the campaign of Share Our Strength that works to engage these children and families to get those meals that they need every day.